Russian. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our meeting number 307. Online audience, can you hear me? Everything okay? Yes, okay. Active nodding, I like it. Very nice. So welcome to another hot and steamy evening in ZIL Library. I hope you're all excited for today's evening, because our topic for today is going to be very interesting, unusual. I'll let the Toastmaster tell you more about that in a moment. For now, I see we do have only one newcomer. And as I mentioned, introduce yourself. Don't be scared, don't be scared. Please share your name, a little bit about what you do, and why did you decide to join us this evening?
Hi, my name is Larissa. I prefer to answer questions first. I'm here because I'm afraid of people, and I don't like it, and that's my reason I'm here. There is a second question. Recently I became unemployed by choice, just because I can. And now I have time, and this is a second reason I'm here.
Perfect. Welcome, Larissa. So that's a first step to overcoming our fears. Well done. Well done. That's it. You can leave now. Bye. I'm joking, of course.
Well, there are too many people at your job.
Too many people at your job, did you ask?
Yeah.
Were there too many people at your job?
No, I was a programmer. I didn't actually talk to people.
Wow. Okay, so Larissa left the programmer's job because she didn't have to talk to people. Interesting. Okay, we'll maybe develop that later. We'll find out more about Larissa later. A couple of reminders, everyone. Please remember to put your phones on silent so that there is no disruptions during the meeting. Also, if you don't want to be photographed, just run away from Sasha. He usually photographs us, so just hide. And people online as well, we are recording. So if you don't want to be recorded, tough. It's happening anyway. I'm joking, of course. Now, I'm going to pass the word to the Toastmaster of the day, who will tell you more about today's meeting. Let's welcome Alexander Baranov.
Hello guys, how are you today?
Woo!
Is good? Fine, okay. Do you like writing text messages to people?
Yes.
Yeah.
More than speaking.
How do where is my presentation? Thank you so much.
Very, very, very good point. Yes.
And how do you know that the person has received your message and read your message?
Double.
Okay. And how do you know that the person liked your message or disliked it?
I don't know.
Reactions.
Okay. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah, you see the reactions, and usually you receive many of them if it's some blog which you are doing. And this is my recent message in our Toastmasters blog about this meeting. So someone liked it, someone was hit by a flash, someone told me I love you, and someone told me to burn in hell. So these signs, they are a part of our lives, and it was not so all the time. Do you see them for the first time then?
No.
Could you please do the next? Yes, we know the word emoji, and it's more correct to say emoji. It's from Japanese. It's from two words, the picture and the symbol or sign. 3 hieroglyphs. And we usually may mix up the smiles or emoticons, which are done by the punctuation signs, with the emoji, with the real emoji, which are pictures. the pictures, which may stand for some emotion or some event or some person or something which the person is doing. There is a history behind this phenomena of our life. There is a person who is, I think, American. I don't remember well. Harvey Bell, who in 1963 created the picture of this smiling face on yellow, and only 10 years later, Franklin Luffery created a name for it, which we know as a smile. Before that, people didn't name it by some word. But an interesting fact that you maybe not see it well, but here is the smiley face, which was found by archaeologists in Turkey more than 3,000 and 3,500 years ago. So people at that age already put signs which maybe conveyed some emotions. So we may understand that there was wine in this jug, so that's why it was smiling. Something different. I don't know it for sure, and there was no history in the internet behind this. Next, please. There are 3 other people which are connected to this topic. And professor at the US University there is a certain date and a certain time when he created the first emoji, which was used in during communication with the students and other professors. They proclaimed that they had a special, I don't know how to call it, maybe it's a channel where they shared communication, shared their thoughts, and they also shared their funny things, and so that not to mix them up and not to take something serious for funny, they understood that they need to differentiate it, and they used the emoticons, certain signs, they will be later, but and people got, and a Japanese engineer created a special set of emoticons. I don't know how he did it, how he chose what to create, but there were 176 things as pictures, which the people used over the internet. And then the next step of development of the emoji was the Apple company. They had a special agreement with the Japanese mobile provider that they will be distributing iPhones in Japan only if there will be emojis if there will be emojis which the Japanese people may use. So we see that there is a whole history behind this, and there was one certain idea that the people, when doing text messaging, couldn't convey emotions, and they needed it so that to make their communication more colorful. And this idea was something that was inspiring the people to think about it, which heated up their ideas with respect to communication, and this developed over the time. So we also at Toastmasters are looking for such inspiration for each our meeting, and that's why we have a special person who is doing the thought of the day and inspires us to our learning, our development, and our new heights. So I want to introduce the Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster of the day.
Oh, the thought of the day. So I'm the Toastmaster. I'm like the president of USA. Christina Kakan.
Hello everyone, nice to hear you again. So I think no one doubts nowadays that we use emoji in everyday routine, especially when our speech kinda converts to text in electronic devices. So, how do you speak emoji? You might think it's very easy, but I want to give you a few examples that might surprise you guys. At the beginning, let us talk how we Russians use bracket as a kind of emoji, and if my colleague or friend put dot in Telegram Messenger instead of bracket, it could be a very specific sign of irritation or even offense. But please don't take it literally, because if people put too much brackets, this sometimes indicates sarcasm towards you. So I highly recommend not ignore the signs in short messages. Secondly, I prepare a short introduction into Gen Z emoji code for you today. How young generation show love. They actually use a line of skull emoji. Yes, you heard right. It is a skull, combination of skulls, and means that it's a low for us. And at the same time, the clone face emoji is now a universal symbol for someone, you know, who acting cringy or foolish sometimes. And the upside down face emoji is something that shows that everything goes terrible. Someone didn't accept your project or something like that. And so nothing goes well. And finally, if you get thumbs up reaction, don't think that everything is excellent with that person, because if it's Gen Z, it could mean whatever, sure. So another way just to embrace sarcasm into text. Believe me, I was also surprised, but I am lucky enough to have a teenager brother who opened the world to me. But now you prepared and warned, so I hope if you face five such emojis, you will be indicated by now. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. They will certainly inspire us to our today's meeting. So next slide, please.
No, next slide. No, next slide. Come on now.
Just
Okay.
an interesting fact that this is the set of the first emoji which was created, and this is now considered a work of art. This work of art is stored at the New York Museum of Modern Art. I don't know what the form of it is, maybe it's some poster, but this is something which is part of the human history. Here you can look at the evolution of these emoticons. So the emoticons which maybe you may remember, which we used in our first mobile phones, where we had just only the function of writing text messages and use the punctuation signs to create these faces. And then, over the history, another set of emoticons was created, and with the development, we see that the emoticons and emoji were used in order to show different parts of our life and protect the rights of different societies and different people, so even of different skin color. And now we have a full set of emoji, which is not counted. It's just countless. You have any emoticon for any part of your life, for creating any person, any emotion, any phenomena of our life, or anything which you can just imagine. Next, please. So that you even may see such communication between teenagers now that they don't use words at all. And look at this example, it's fully understandable what they are coming to in this communication. But here at Toastmasters, we are fond of using language and speaking beautiful English, at least trying to do so. And we still need words. We are not, it's not sufficient to have pictures to communicate. So in order to study and train beautiful English and be great at it, we have a special person, special professional here, who is checking us on using the correct words and expressions, on using them correctly and beautifully, which is a grammarian. And I want to introduce our today's grammarian, who is Irina Gurkova.
Hot news, guys, breaking news. A 22 years Frenchman has been fined €1,000 and sent to the prison for 6 months after sending gun emoji to his ex-girlfriend. Oh my god! Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, for such a brilliant topic. Dear fellow Toastmasters, dear friends, good evening. Emojis are virtual symbols used in digital communications. They are not bounded by grammatical rules, but as you can see, it can harm, it can ruin your mood, your reputation, restrict your freedom, even like unknowing grammar. As a grammarian today, I'm responsible for several things. First of all, pay attention to each of you on the stage, and then listening carefully and make some notes about misusage or maybe outstanding usage of English language. And as a grammarian today, I'm responsible for introducing the word of the day. And today, this is the verb to cultivate. To cultivate means to help grow. For example, farmers cultivate crops. Celebrities cultivate their images. Toastmasters cultivate public speaking skills, self-confidence, what else? Leadership skills, and inspire others. Right now, we can start cultivate our positive emotions. So, I encourage each of you to use this word of the day in your speeches, and I wish you to express and experience the full range of emojis today. Thank you. I will see you
Now, we have 17th of July today, and this is the World Day of Emoji. You may have noticed, I didn't know this before I studied this topic, that the emoji of a calendar in iOS or in Android as well is marked with the 17th of July. That's why the 17th of July is the day of emoji, but nobody knows where this date comes from. So maybe it's something personal from Steve Jobs or from some other person. So we don't know this, but we know the exact date when we shall celebrate this event of creating and using emojis and having fun of them. But in order to be exact in our activity in Toastmasters, and so that everybody and each one of us knows when to start and when to stop his speech, so that to cultivate our discipline, we have a special professional here, who's a timer, and today the timer is Daniel.
Yes, I'm your timer today, and I have a very good news for you that we are already late. According to the time actually we should have the prepared speeches now, and we are not even close. Yeah, and you know, we always say that time is kind of important, it's variable, but you know how it's important, and some facts. I found for you that to make the first impression of the person, we need just exactly 27 seconds. 27 seconds. The smile and everything, and the other 26 seconds will listen to the person. Each speech here has more than 27 seconds. It's more than enough, so do not make it even longer. You have enough time, really. And I'm gonna really track time with this, not emoji, unfortunately, but sometimes of some sort of emoji. and use three colors. So green means that you exceeded the minimum limit for the speech. Yellow means that you are approaching the end, and the red one means that you exceeded actually your allocated time. So you need to stop. Never keep it up for you. And just one remark, guys. You know, if you need just 27 seconds to understand the person, to communicate with him, usually it takes about 15 minutes for the person, normal person, to fall asleep. So mind that. Do not talk too much. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for reminding us of the discipline. And I just want to show you a couple of interesting things, and we are moving to the main part. Oh, okay. In fact, when you're using the emojis in your written speech, you are looking at your speech as a very concise and beautiful one, but in oral speech you may have certain trash words which may make your speech not as beautiful as it looks like when you write it. So we have an art counter who is helping us to control the speech and to develop the speech so that it looks and sounds beautifully, and so that you can develop your speaking skills. Anna Rubina,
Thank you, Alexandra, for describing my role, so I don't have to repeat it. Let's be short. Yesterday I went to the pretty town Kostroma, and there is the Volga River that flows across the town. And it reminded me that we often compare our speech with the river, how it flows, and we all strive for making our speeches fluent, yes, and be eloquent. So I will help you to master and cultivate that skill today. I will count the filler words and phrases and share my report with you and give you some hints. 2 hints. So the first one, to speak slower. That will help your mind to process the information better. The second thing is, when you don't know what to say, just make a pause. That will help you not to fill your speech with that's all from me. See you at the end of the meeting with the report.
Thank you. So just a couple of interesting things about these are the examples of using emoji in modern art. So these are the things which you can see in modern museums, where you use emojis against the pictures from ancient art. And this is the example of using real people and real things as emojis. So as emojis which we are used to. Next one, please. And this is an example of using the emojis in architecture. This is a building in the Netherlands where you can see emojis on the facade of this building. So they are really a part of our lives now, not only in our cell phones and computers, but also in real life. And the next. Yes, and these are examples which I found from ancient times. Do you see any similarity with our current time? So people at ancient times in Egypt, or the cavemen, they also put pictures on the walls, and they tried to communicate in this way. So if the Egyptian civilization was a highly developed one, and if we use the emojis too much, maybe we'll be a highly developed civilization as well. But I hope that we won't become the cavemen and won't use the skill of using our language. So this is all about emojis for today. We're now moving to the main part of our meeting, to the speeches, and I want.
Quizmaster еще.
Они участвуют?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So,
The mysterious quizmaster.
okay, we will have two other persons who will be present today. It will be the table topic master in the next session, and in the end, I think that the table topic master will explain the role himself. But in the end, we will have fun after having with the quiz master, who will be putting questions to us, and maybe the quiz master will explain his role himself.
Samira.
Samira,
Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, my name is Samira. I'm a quizmaster today. As a quizmaster, I'm going to carefully listen to all the speakers today and make up some questions based on the content of their speeches. And at the end of the meeting, I will test your active listening skills. And what is active listening? Active listening is skill when you try to make a conscious effort to hear not only the words that other person is saying, but most importantly, their whole message that is being communicated. And if you want to cultivate this skill, try to pay attention to all the details of the speeches. And if you find it challenging to concentrate on what someone is saying, try to repeat their words mentally as they say them. And this will help you to stay focused. And as I said, at the end of the meeting, I will ask you questions. And the most attentive guys will receive tasty chocolates from you. Thank you.
now we move on to the part of prepared speeches. We have an icebreaker today, and I want to introduce Ksenia Kiseleva with her speech, Inspire.
As children, we always look at their classmates, parents, or some stars and wonder, I want to become like them. With ages, our tastes are changing, and as the people surrounding us. But there's still a person who inspires us to new achievements. For me, an idol and inspire are two different concepts. An idol is the ideal of the person whose habits and behavior you completely copy. But an inspire is a cultivator of your social skills, or maybe some habits, is not the ideal, because your inspire may have some traits that you repel. It is important to have such person, because there are situations in our lives when you you think that your dream will not come true. You are about to give up, but you meet a person that you think that succeeded in this situation, and and this person is your example for success. Or vice versa, there are situations when you think that you are on top, you're a genius, but you met another genius. You're upset. Unfortunately, life's experience are not only positive. Since it's my first speech, it will be a little autobiographical. I'm studying mathematics and I fell in love with it at school. But at university, the science opens up to me with a new side and became an essential part of my life. My inspirer is a Soviet mathematician. The name is Vladimir Igorevich Arnold. We are often told about his actions in the classes. For example, how his scream could be heard throughout the entire floor while he was smoking on the stairs, or how he could write with one hand and immediately erase with another what he wrote. You can think that why I choose such a rude person, but the answer is very simple. Because he was so smart and influential in this sphere that he can afford it. I think that it is a very important skill because he proved many theorems, he wrote many textbooks, and he proved one of the problem posed in 1900s. And for your interesting fact, 7 out of 23 problems aren't not solved yet. What inspires me is not his rudeness, but the fact that he is so significant person in the world of mathematics that he can afford to behave this way. And in the end of my speech, I want to remember you that your inspirer lives inside you. Thank you.
I especially like the idea about the person who writes with one hand and erases with the other. When you are reading messages from certain people, it's better that they have this skill as well. So better not to write the message or to write and erase it at once. And now the second speech, I want to welcome to the stage Valeria Pogorelova with her speech, Squirrel in Disguise.
Let's begin with a little thought experiment, shall we? What would you do if you saw a squirrel in your house? What would you do?
Joy.
Scream.
Scream, joy, feed it. What would you do if you saw a rat in your house?
Feed it
Feed it.
Feed it with what?
with all your
Squirrel.
issues.
With a squirrel. Interesting. Any more answers? Rat in your house?
Catch it.
Catch it.
Sell the house.
Sell the house.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
Also scream.
Also scream. I have to say, I can tell you what my response was. A while ago, I was living in Costa Rica in a jungle treehouse that was very open to elements and the wildlife, which means a lot of uninvited guests. One day, I was in the kitchen, prepping some food, when I hear some rustling, and from the corner of my eye, I see a grey mass scatter into the corner. Oh God, no, it's a rat, isn't it? So I grabbed for the nearest weapon I could find, and I got a whisk. A whisk. What the hell was I going to do with this? Whip it to death? But there was no time for deliberation. I had to move fast before this vermin could make a home in my house. So I turned around and I slowly tiptoed to the corner where I heard all this rustling business going on, and alert, ready to fight till death. Oh, it's a squirrel. A grey squirrel. Oh, of course, Costa Rica, they have grey squirrels. That's fine. I'm sure it will find its way out. So I'll just go back to my business. Very different reaction between a squirrel and a rat, isn't it? But why? Well, squirrels are usually seen as cute, clever, harmless. But rats, on the other hand, they weren't as lucky. Rats are linked with dirt, disease, and destruction. But why? Aren't they both animals? Are they not both rodents, the same species? Yet one is feared, you want to set your house on fire when you see one, and the other one is adored. You want to feed it, you want to play with it. You don't rush to kick it out of your house. And this got me thinking, why do we perceive these two rodent families so differently? For me, it comes down to how society taught us to perceive them. Think about history, right? Back during the Roman times, they used to paint hieroglyphs of rats on the walls. They used to have rats as pets because rats were small, clever, and easy to train. And it was only when the Black Plague happened that the rats got this horrible stereotype of spreading illness and disease. And this association was purely based on the fear that came with the Black Plague. But it's just an association. It's just a stereotype that was born from fear. And guess what? There was another animal that also spread the Black Plague, and it was the squirrels. But why didn't they get the stereotype? Maybe because they're cuter, they have fluffier tails. It was a surface level, superficial stereotype, in my opinion anyway. And for me, it is when we perpetrate fear, that's when the stereotypes become more and more ingrained in our minds. When we focus on the negative aspects of something, of someone, that creates a barrier from seeing the real person because we're just focused on the fear, we're just focused on this emotion that is overtaking us. And if you think about it, when it comes to human relationships, consider how you make snap judgments when you first see someone based on their maybe scary appearance or something that looks different to you. How you make a snap judgment based on someone based on their nationality because you were taught to be scared of this nationality because of some history, some event that happened in the past. Or maybe you make a snap judgment because of their social status, because they look dirty, they live on the street. Or if you see a person who is dressed well, who has good clothes, who lives in a big mansion, what do you think? What do you consider these people to be? So today, I want to leave you with this one thought. Before you jump to a conclusion and reach for the nearest weapon, ask yourself, maybe this person, is it just a rat in disguise or a squirrel in disguise? Thank you. Before we introduce the next speaker, to, does anyone know how to connect the speakers to the laptop properly? Because right now they're not working. Sorry, everyone pause 1 moment. This is not the continuation of my speech. So we're just having a technical pause, and we'll continue, hopefully, in just 1 minute.
Может, вот здесь надо поменять на...
Звук идет из ноутбука, не из колонок.
Надо использовать динамики.
Динамики на компьютере. Да, давай.
Так, а вот если мы телевизор сделаем, ну-ка, кто-нибудь может сказать?
Наушники или как они
Не, подождите,
Кто-то... Кристина.
кто-то оттуда. Нам...
Да, Кристина. Кристина,
Говори.
can you say something for us, please?
Да, иди.
Не слышно вообще.
Okay, 1 second. We're just trying to switch the sound so it's a little bit louder.
Наушники, наушники.
Ну, почему тут наушники?
Потому что наушники
Christina,
не
say
зовут.
something
Так,
again.
еще.
I'm saying something.
Не слышно.
Наушники — это колонки.
Так, динамики. Еще.
And one more time.
Again,
Okay.
saying something.
Так, это компьютер. Так, может быть, на телевизоре надо что-то включить как-то?
Нет, это телевизор тут точно нет, это же компьютер.
О! Так, наушники. Так,
Christina, one more time.
Yes, do you hear me now?
Yes, now it's the speakers, yeah?
Yes.
no, can you say more?
Yeah, I can say more.
Amazing, perfect. Thank you so much, Christina. Appreciate you. And I'll give the stage back to Toastmaster of the day.
Today we're doing an experiment. We have a new type of activity. We have a special guest who will share her experience with us about public speaking. And I want to introduce to you Alfia Kayumova with her speech on the topic 5 main differences between performances in Russia, EU and the USA. Welcome on stage, Alfia.
So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me today. My name is Alfia Kayumova, and my background is finance and investments. And for many years, I've been working in financial industry. I had experience in big 4 companies and stock exchange companies, and then I decided to try my strengths into several startups. And at the end of the day, you know, this pushed me to try my luck. And in 2021, I decided to launch my own startup. And since that time, one thing is repeating all the time. And this thing is pitching. So when you're a startup co-founder and CEO, you have to pitch all the time on the stage during conferences and etc., etc. So I decided to create 5 must-haves that you should follow if you decide to pitch at the European or American stage. And first thing that I would like to mention is timing. When organizers allocate a specific time for your pitch, they follow this limit. I noticed that more and more the organizers gives you only 3 minutes. And if you go over this time, then the screen is just turned off and the moderator stops you immediately. So you can imagine how stressful this situation. So please don't push you into these limits and count every second. So it's crucial to practice and practice and practice and be very precise, ensuring you can convey your key messages during these 3 minutes. The next must-haves or important things that you should keep in mind is that the first 30 seconds of your pitch is the most important. You need to capture the audience attention and make them want to listen to the rest. Start with a strong hook like surprising statistics, a compelling story, or provocative questions that actually happened with the squirrel at the previous speech. So it's really help you to catch attention and be out of the whole process of pitching from other startups. The next one, which I think is very important, is storytelling. Crafting your pitch as a narrative can make it more engaging and memorable. Storytelling usually helps to connect with the audience on the emotional level, making your pitch more reliable. With what I think is the most important, storytelling helps to create a logical flow and keep the audience interested in your pitch from beginning to the end. So the last but not the least is that your speech shouldn't repeat the content of the slide, but the slide should have several new additions that highlight your advantages. So this trick allows you to make and to tell more without exceeding the time limit. And I told that this is the last, but actually I want to add one more thing, which is related to visuals. Many startups trying to show how cool they are using videos. And just trust me, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. And usually at the most inefficient period of your speaking, the video can just pause or make any errors. So please don't use videos as a visual. Use statistic pictures, tables, or anything else that can, elaborate your idea, right? And this is the things that I would like to share with you. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer.
Encourage questions.
Yeah.
Does any have questions from our audience?
What was your most successful pitch at, I don't know, abroad? What was your most successful pitch abroad?
How do you measure the success of the pitch? I mean, a lot of
What you enjoyed the most, or that left, your possible investors impressed?
I would like to share with the last one that happened in Warsaw, and it was stressful because of one interesting fact. So when I was preparing for the pitching, I thought that I have 7 minutes of pitching. So I created all my storytelling using 12 slides that, open like a flower, one page by one page, the problems of the humanity. So what the problems with agriculture at this moment. So I repeated it many times, and I was like pretty sure that everything will be fine. And before went to the stage, 10 seconds before staging, I decided to ask organizers, how many minutes do I have? And they told me 3 minutes. And just imagine I'm already, on my way to pitching. I understand that I have to squeeze my pitch by 2 times. So it was very interesting experience when you have to create your pitch during pitching, and you're just trying to figure out which information is not important at this moment. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. Your topic was the differences between Russia, EU, and USA. And what can you tell us about the differences of Russia? What is special for Russia and for Russian audiences?
I had experience of pitching in several stages, including the most popular among Russian startups. And one more thing which makes me, really confused, is that nobody follow limitations. So if you start, like if there are 5 minutes of pitching, people can speak for, I don't know, 7 minutes or 10 minutes, and nobody cares.
We have it here.
Yeah, we're quiet.
And usually, you know, I look straight to the eyes of organizers saying, hey guys, please do something with this, because like others really, you know, how to say, teach themselves to speak only 5 minutes. But sometimes like people can speak, I don't know, 10, 15 or etc. And there was a situation when I was the last participant of the pitch, and like instead of 5 minutes, I only had like 2 minutes, because, you know, organizers shifted and shifted and shifted time. And at the end, I just had like saying like, hi, my name is Alfia. I have startups. Thank you so much. So something like that. So just be sure, if you would be at the Western stage, no way to pitch more than limits that organizers set up. The second thing is that usually it's not all the time, but sometimes startups they just say the same which is on the slide. So they just repeat the content of the slide, and actually it's quite boring, because you can see what is written on the slide, and then you hear the same. So I don't think that there is any sense, you know, to make and to structure your pitch like that. So it's better, you know, to show one thing and to tell like a little bit other things to make it more bright and tasty. And what else? The structure. I'm pretty sure that many startups, they don't follow the structure, because there are like strictly rules of creating your presentation. It should be a problem, solving of the problem, the information about market, about competitors, about market size, and etc., etc. So it's about 6 bullet points that should be for sure at your pitch. And sometimes I see that some of them just miss very important piece of this cake.
Thank you very much for sharing. One more question?
One more? Yes, we have 10. Just me. Okay. Hello. I have one more question. Well, it's a two-part question. Do you think it's appropriate to use humor in a business pitch? And if yes, is it different based on Russia, USA, and different countries where you are presenting that particular pitch?
So I think that if the humor is in the context of your pitch, it will be super cool if you can make it because when I told about storytelling, it means sense of humor as well. You know, it makes you out of other participants, and people for sure remember what you've been telling them, even if you are the first presenter or like somewhere in the middle. Just imagine there are, let's say, 20 startups that pitching at the same day. They have all 3 minutes, and you have to be, you know, somehow creative to, you know, to catch their attention. So humor is the best. And in terms of differences in Russia and American or Europe, I don't see the difference. If humor is funny, if people are laughing, it's good humor.
Okay. Any more questions or? No, everyone is okay? Good, good, okay, thank you.
Now we have a break.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Okay, 5-minute break, everyone. Thank you very much. Да, конечно, только осторожно, короткий провод. Yes.
Now we are moving to the most interesting part of our meeting. Usually it's a funny part. And I want to welcome to the stage Dana Radevityan with her table topics session. Thank you. Thank you, Alexander. Good evening, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and not visible. Honored guest, my name is Dana Radevityan. I am from the World Surface Toastmaster Club. And Valeria has invited me to host your table topics session today. So the rules are pretty simple. I have prepared 11 cards for you with questions. All of them are related to the topic of our meeting today, emojis and online communication. When you come up to the stage, please introduce yourselves and pick one of the cards. You have about 13 seconds to think about your reply if it's necessary. And then the stage is yours. You're welcome to give an improvised speech for a minute or two. It is a great opportunity to practice your public speaking skills in English, cultivate confidence on stage, use the word of the day, and have fun. So I would like to invite, I hope the rules are clear. Yeah.
Word of the day, word of the day.
Yeah, the word of the day is to cultivate. Don't forget that. I would like to invite our first volunteer, but I decided to be a bit more creative today, and I have a paper with emojis, with a set of emojis printed on it. A movie title is encoded with the help of emojis. So the person who makes the right guess might come to the stage and open our table topic section. If that's okay with you.
Yes, let's go, yes.
Okay, so here it is. I hope it's visible.
Titanic.
Yes.
Let's go.
Thank you. You're so bright. I'm in awe. Here's the
Okay, I just choose.
yeah, whatever you like.
Now, this is going to be a moment of be careful what you win. How will online communication be in the future? Do you think that we will still be using emojis? I feel we already live in the future, to be honest, especially if you go visit Japan, we're definitely already in the future. But I don't think emojis are that futuristic. And I possibly, just like most technology, they will soon become outdated or change form and shift into something new. Maybe, I can imagine, we will use holograms. How cool would that be? If you can send a hologram and it's not a yellow face, but it's your face. I know Lera really likes to do this. I would love to receive Lera's face pop up on my phone, just... I think that is the future of emojis, where you'll be able to hologram your own face to your friends, to your family, hopefully just the face. I don't want to see any other body parts in the future, especially unsolicited. And, what was the second part of the question? And the communication, I'm hoping that will become better and more strong, because I feel with the use of emojis now, we're kind of losing the natural body language, the way we communicate with each other is becoming more and more online. So in the future, I'm hoping that emojis will shift into something that can help us to communicate better in person, bring us together, and help us to understand each other even more.
Thank you, Valeria, for such a beautiful idea of hologram. I do enjoy it because it's like you're in person, even though you're not in person, there is this distance between you and your, I don't know, interlocutor. So, who would like to be next? I'm open to volunteer.
There was just one movie.
Yes, I wanted to, I have a few prepared, but yes.
If there is no volunteers, then we have to guess.
Do you want to guess?
This trick won't work for us for a long time because I have only 3 So guys, okay, let's pull ourselves together. But the next movie.
Oh, I know. I'm not going to say I know.
Harry Potter.
Woo! We have
Like
2.
to be-
Who was first?
Valeria. And then Christina.
It was Kaiten. You said it, didn't
Who
you?
was first?
Valeria? So you can ask them both on stage.
Yes. You can start.
Good luck.
Are there any emojis you find culturally insensitive or offensive? Speaking about emojis, I tend to use very positive emojis. At least we should have a smile somewhere in the picture. And one of my favorite ones is an emoji of a poop. It has a wonderful smile, very open, very positive. And I have a lot of friends and we're exchanging this poop like freely and happily when something great happens to us. However, once I found out that this type of emoji could be quite offensive to people. That was like a surprise to me. I have a coach and we're exchanging some, some phrases in WhatsApp. And once she wrote to me that she overslept and couldn't come to the session, and I put a poop, like, funny, nice. She kept silent for like 2 days. Oh my gosh, there must be something wrong, either with me or with her. Poop. And then, as she is my coach, at a certain point, we decided to discuss this. Very important topic was brought up, and we spoke about the poop. Seriously, about this emoji with a smile. I said, come on, this is a very funny, very positive poop, and this is great. You said, this is a poop. This is very offensive. And I can't believe that you could send me that. How could you think of a poop when you think of me? So that brought me to an idea that even with my friends, even with the people I know, specifically with people from different cultures, different nationalities, and different attitudes towards emojis and poop specifically, I should be very, very careful. And that brought me to an idea that I should probably narrow down all my emojis to just a pure yellow smile.
Christina, would you like to be next?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Do you want me to pick for you, or should I list the numbers and you will choose yourself?
Yeah, you can see.
Okay. So, do you think emojis are replacing words, or are they simply enhancing, improving communication?
Okay. I'm totally about second option. So I think it's just a way to impress our feelings. So in normal speech, when we talk about something, people can see our faces, what we have on them, the expression. So for me, emojis is just definition of expression. And I think that even sometimes your face expressions not working very well, so emoji helps you here a lot.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Can I say that I have the opposite point of view?
Well, you can come on
Yes.
stage and we will have.
Can I say?
On stage you can, yes.
Yeah. Do you want to answer to the same topic?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here you go. A debate? We're having a debate.
Vasilisa's dream.
Yes.
No, I disagree. Yes, I tell you what the. Do you think emojis are replacing words, or are they simply enhancing, improving communication? I absolutely disagree. It doesn't improve our communication skills. I think that people which use people that use emojis experience lack of vocabulary. They can't express their thoughts by means of their words. And I think that for me it seems like a little bit silly person use this kind of method of expression its thoughts. It's my opinion, and you know that I think that for me more better for me better when a person can can express its thoughts beautifully by means of language, by means of words. And when I see that the person expresses his thoughts with these emojis, I think that this person a little bit silly. And this person, okay, I think that I have a lack of time, and yes, as a conclusion of all my speech, I say that emojis are harmful to our brain and our communication skills, and we don't need to use it. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, and you, Dana.
Great to see you.
Yeah, you can take your seat.
Thank you.
Any volunteers? We are having quite a debate. Would you like to continue our topics on emojis and online communication? No. I feel like I'm a teacher in a class. Yeah?
No, I can say a couple words.
I would love to hear your feedback.
Actually,
You can take.
oh, okay.
Please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Jana, and my question is, do you think emojis are becoming too complex?
Are they too much? Too overwhelming?
What would you mean? Too much of them, or?
Yeah,
they
they're
are-
everywhere. We're oversaturated, or they're getting too detailed, we're getting too many emojis of everything, and on Earth, do we even need so many emojis?
Okay, so I think I can relate this topic with the previous one, because this is a really interesting, because I wrote something like an essay when I studied language, and the topic was whether multimedia and visual text, like emojis or pictures or videos, will replace verbal text, and will it be like simplification. And I think that maybe, I mean, I'm agree with the previous speaker a little bit, because it is sometimes it is simplification, but emojis and verbal text are different languages. I think I can say
something like that. So, so if it is different languages, they express meanings differently. So I think in this case, emojis are necessary to express different types of meanings. So I think we have enough emojis, but yes, I think it is well to combine something that you can express by words and something that you can express by emojis. So I think, I don't know, I think emojis are great because they humorous. They are humorous, I think so. And yes, I think that's all.
Thank you. Okay, anyway. How much fun. We have one more. Time for one more question, and lucky you, I have one more card. You can guess, you can come up on the stage, to the stage, or you can just come without guessing. This is, it's a cartoon by Disney. No.
It's really recent, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a part 2 that came out recently.
Yeah. In English it was
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
А как на русский перевели?
Головоломка in Russian, in English it's Inside Out. So basically those are emotions. You can choose whatever you want.
My name is
Недословно.
And here is my question. Which emoji best represents your personality and why? That's a fun question. Well, speaking about emojis, I actually don't that into emojis, and I think that we can even compare it with fast food. First there was a normal food when fast food was invented, and it's easier to get fast food than a normal food. Well, if it happens sometimes to you, it's okay. If you abuse it, when it becomes a problem. So I didn't even give thought about my representation with emojis, but if I think about it right now, probably the one or left this thing. I don't know an name for it. A correct one because I don't respect much emojis. Probably just a simple smile one. Yeah, probably that's it. If somebody has an idea about my representation with emojis, you're very welcome.
Thank you. Well,
Sorry.
that's okay, that's all right. I guess it's time to wrap up. It was my first time being at your club, guys, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope I managed to bring some fun to you too. And if you ask me what would be the emoji representation of your club, I would say
Not the poop.
a man or a woman with a graduation cap, because when I first stepped into this library, I felt this studious and intelligent atmosphere, and it's very engaging and endearing, and I love the presentation and your approach to the way that you host your meetings, so it was really fun. I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was fun and it was deep, it was philosophical, and good questions. And now please use this QR code to vote for the past table topic. It's a tough decision. Okay. Are we ready to move on?
Think so?
Yeah. Now we are moving to the most important part of the session of this, and we are moving to the and our today's general evaluator is Alexander Uzyanov. Welcome on stage, Alexander.
Fellow Toastbusters, thank you very much for giving this such opportunity to me. Poor guy from French speaking class to evaluate your meeting. My English is not very good, but I have seen a lot of thousand meetings and I have some experience, and maybe my evaluation will be useful for you today. To start, I would like to say that what I have seen from the beginning is warm welcome. So when I crossed this place and entered this stage, I was asked if I'm thirsty, and there is a water, but there is no cups. But luckily I found one. But warm welcoming, it is always full. And I have seen your team collaboration when some officers didn't arrive. The other officers welcome guests, sharing some ideas how to become a member of Toastmasters Club, etc. And also it was very nice when we demonstrate team collaboration and warm wishes to your member Matt. So the friendly atmosphere is among us. So thank you for that. And what about evaluation? I will start, it will be classic evaluation. We will start from personal evaluation, then reports of minor roles. Maybe we will have time you will give me some minutes to evaluate the meeting overall. But let's see. And first, I would like to, we have 3 interesting stories today, and 2 of them will be evaluated. But first of all, according to tradition, coming from St. Petersburg Club, I would like to ask you to stay and give a round of applause to our icebreaker. Same it's for you, and it sounds like a French one. And I would like to invite personal evaluator, Ksenia Nikolai Marченко.
Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, dear Ksenia, thank you very much for your speech. It was great, I really liked it, and I congratulate you on your first speech. It's a great step forward, and I think everything is going to be alright. There are some points which I would like to emphasize regarding your speech. First of all, it's clarity of your speech. I like very much that your language is clear and it's easy to understand. However, there were some mispronunciations, like in the word idol, which you pronounce as idol. I think it would be great if you check it the day before how to pronounce the word, so that your speech is more grammatically correct. I didn't have any trouble hearing you, so you don't need to speak up. I was sitting back there, it was no problem. I also like your vocabulary. You use some words from mathematics, which are great, and that was good. I've noticed that you have a great eye contact. You are not shy to look in the people's eyes, especially when it's your first speech. That's a great result. And I also have noticed that you use your hands when speaking about something big. You just widen out a little. You also try to walk on the stage, which is for me also a great problem. I usually don't walk on stage. So maybe you try to walk a little bit more. You had audience awareness. You made people laugh. And you managed to create the connection with the listeners. However, I think your comfort level was not very high because I think you were a little bit nervous, but it's okay for a first speech. The more you practice, the less nervous you're gonna get. So this fear will gradually go away. What I really didn't understand is the structure. Usually the first speech consists of opening, body, and then conclusion. And the body is usually divided into several main points. Maybe I was not very attentive, but I didn't see this body. It was like an opening and then a conclusion. You talking about your professor of mathematics. So to sum up, you did a great job. I think you passed it. You shared information about yourself with us. You balanced preparation and spontaneity when delivering your speech. And you also demonstrated self-confidence speaking in front of people. So you did a great effort and step over yourself. I wish you good luck in further cultivating your public speaking skills. I think you're going to be fine.
Detailed feedback, and I would like to add, Ksenia, you performed your first speech, but you didn't use any note. It was very. Thank you. And now I would like to invite to the stage Valeria Kovac. According to agenda, Valeria will give feedback to another Valeria Pogorelka.
Fellow Toastmasters, the guests. Black or white? Cats or dogs? Squirrels or rats? What a nice journey we had tonight on this stage. The journey that Valeria brought us into with her wonderful speech, which started with a pure personal story. She immediately took our attention, grasped our attention, and we moved with her to the past days, funny days in Costa Rica, with a flat where she found out something hiding. Have you noticed how skillfully and how energetically Valeria used the techniques that she owned as a personality? The language, amazing, alliterations, analogies, pauses, gestures, props. There was a story that supported the whole picture of a squirrel or a rat or whatever it was. The voice. She was role-playing. She was having monologues, dialogues, moving up and down, and that was wonderful. A wonderful story, skillfully presented to the audience. After this first personal story, we followed even further to the past, to the Romans, and to the history of rats and squirrels and the blog and all of this that was intended to support the main message and the main idea of the speech. And here we come to the most important part. What was the main idea of the speech? Was it about black or white? Was it about the funny story and the journey to the past supported a very, very deep concept. Or I would say, not just one, but many. And they were very different. And that made me feel a bit lost in the jungle. What I heard is snap judgments, stereotypes, barriers for understanding people, nationalities, genders, mentality. All of this was hidden in just 20% of the final part of the speech. It started wonderfully. It started lightly and funny. Then we moved further, but then suddenly there was a roller coaster. But it wasn't up. For me, it was a little down, because I couldn't connect the story, the history, with this idea. It was so deep, and it was so abruptly put in our minds, that I simply just lost it. What I would suggest for Valeria is to think of how the message and the idea could be supported at every step of your speech, starting when you first talk to the audience, with the question that you use, with the stories that you bring to support the message, with the history that you use to demonstrate the importance of the idea. That's a very deep, a wonderful idea, but the story just didn't fit. That's my personal opinion, and you might not agree with me, and that's okay, but I would suggest that such a wonderful story should have an ending. What happened to the squirrel? Thank you.
Nothing to add, but I have. Valeria, second time you are out of time with evaluation.
Oh no!
We have our contest soon, so prepare. Our Daniel, but Daniel will be the last but not the least with minor roles report. And now we move to reports, and first reporter with minor rules will be our Anna Rubinina. Counter report, yes?
Yes.
Is
it time?
Yeah. Already, yeah.
It's about
I wanted to listen to more.
But somebody has to. So you are the first.
Okay, you know what I noticed? The most unnecessary sounds and words made our guests, not the Toastmaster. What? You didn't get the joke? Okay, what it means? The Toastmasters are more skillful and their speeches are clearer than those of our guests. Okay. So
Wow.
the winners of today's evening, whose speeches were the clearest and brightest, were two Valerians. I've noticed just one S sound from Valeria Kopko. No. Yeah.
And many so's and okays and wells from me.
Yes, the most favorite sound is R, not R, by the way. And I would name a couple of people who should practice speaking without words. That would be, but those are very young people, so the whole life is ahead of them. They have a lot of time to practice. That would be Senior, Yana, our dearest guest, Nikita, yes, and also Nikolai. Yes. So next time, I wish you would be not so tired as I am, and your speeches would be great and full of and meaningful.
Thank you, Anna, and I would like to add that it's not simply you, dear guest, should visit Toastmaster Club to and become a member, and your speeches will be better without any present words.
Thank you.
And yes, and that is why we should visit meetings every meeting. So, and also, that is why I'm here, to practice English. And last meeting I missed, that's why I have some mistakes and work for uncovered. That is why it's time for Grammarian, the main person of today's meeting, to correct us, to improve us.
Evaluator, I'm back with my report. It was a pleasure listening to your speeches today. And I've made a note of the excellent grammar usage, such as, I will not pronounce the names, you all know your phrases. Whole history behind this. We, Toastmasters, are looking such inspiration. Any phenomena of our life. Conscious efforts, stay focused. You are on top of this sphere. Inflation in this sphere. You inspire inside you, from the corner of my eye. No time for deliberation. To fight till death. It's imagination. Rats are linked beasts. Reach for the nearest weapon. 5 fast halves. Crafting your speech. If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Elaborate your idea. What else? Emoji-holic, I like it too much. To narrow my emojis up to yellow smile. So sweet. And I want to mention a couple of Valerian metaphors. Feel lost in the jungle. Roller coaster, I imagine the super high American roller coaster, so this is very good. Create the connection. And I would like to point some minor grammar inaccuracies. For example, how we pronounce biographical, yeah?
Autobiographical.
Biographical, not biographical. So, and what else I would like to point? It was said, nobody follow limitation. I would say, no kept track on time. Better to say like this. And meanwhile, I'm happy to see that fellow members are eager to use the word of the day today. I'm really happy about that. Alex, Baranov, Anna Rubinina, Samira, Ksenia, Danara, Nikolai, thank you very much.
Luckily, without any mistakes, we move to the timer, who has 2 minutes to give us reports, but maybe I would like to challenge you. 27 seconds will be enough.
Yes. 5 seconds. We are late. Everything's bad. Yeah, actually, yes. We discussed actually with Anna during the break. The role of Toastmaster is kind of hard actually to grasp, actually for me. And one of the reasons that actually really takes a lot of time and all the schedule moves and general Evaluator, for example, has no time to perform his role. And now we have a hard stop because we took out here, unfortunately. Besides their Toastmaster was very long, the other were more or less on time, except Hieroglyphs. You actually was the only person, that's why I need to Hieroglyphs was very, very long, very long. Hieroglyphs was very long. Everyone was fine except Hieroglyphs. And Nikita also for that.
But how useful it was.
Ready. And space support.
Fellow Toastbusters, do I have
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
27 seconds.
27 seconds.
Okay, 27 seconds.
Read fast.
What was before the meeting, I already shared with you my experience and warm wishes from your club to your members and to friendly atmosphere. So I will be brief. Toastmaster of the day. Dear Alex, so it's second time I'm here. You are Toastmaster of the day. Your topics are very interesting. So solar eclipse, emojis. It's like some kind of presentation. We had four speeches, but your presentation was the fourth speech. Beautiful facts, interesting information, and beautiful slides. It is well done, but I would like to encourage you, maybe moving to table topic session was performed by your guest from World Surface Club, where fantastic idea is a visit card. So you could have even some kind of this rebus, or how to say, maybe some kind of interaction, because interaction with the audience should be all the way along the meeting. And structure, it seems like some presentation before main part and then main part. So if maybe between some sections of meeting, some interaction with audience would make our meeting terrific with such great idea. But in general, well done. So some room for improvement. Table topics, it was great because everybody, every table topic session, maybe some fear among us, and you killed this fear by this trick, emojis. And I will use it in my club as well. It's our.
It's our style.
But you won't see it.
But we will know.
And this is World Surface, everything, fantastic ideas come from World Surface. Thank you for that. I would like to mark that minor roles was exemplary because every speech is a speech, and every minor role presenter gives some examples, give storytellings, 27 second rework, some tips who help us to visualize and engage audience and make it listen more attentively. So it was well done, and I remember Anna Rubin, who maybe 5 years ago told that even it's maybe sometimes boring to make minor role, but you should make it like a speech, and it will be improvement, and it will be some challenge to you, and it make your speech, every minor role is a speech, brilliant. So well done. I hope it's Anna's. Anna maybe you like this, and you perform great. So also I would like to mark a great idea to invite some speakers with some master classes. Sometimes, but today maybe 2 speeches plus master class, maybe a little bit long. But in general, a great idea when you invite some talented speakers who share ideas, share experience, give advice. It's always welcome. It's like maybe visit part of your club, yes? We have some talented guests and speakers and so on. So maybe in general it's all negative, like
Red card. No negative.
no negative. We are in friendly atmosphere, and I like your club because your club gave birth to my club. And every time I'm here, I'm looking for some new skill, and today I found some inspiration, of course. Now I'm ready to invite to the stage Mrs. Madam President.
Samira Dostal, quizmaster.
It's shame on me. Samira, yes, we have sweet chocolates, and Samira will.
So, as I promised, I prepared some questions based on the content of the speeches. So the first one, which year did people first start celebrating World Emoji Day?
Yeah.
Yes, year. What was the first year when people started celebrating World Emoji Day? It was on one of the slides.
17th July.
1982.
No.
2006.
It was 10 years ago.
Close.
No.
I was close.
With what natural object did Anna compare a speech?
River.
Yes. Who was the first? I saw it in already. Okay. What was the way of communication of ancient Egyptians? Yes.
Right.
Why is it important to have an inspirer?
To have a what? Oh.
Inspirer?
Yes.
Model to follow?
Yes, successful example of successful person who can inspire us. Yeah, you can give to me later. What subject is Ksenia fond of?
Mathematics.
Anna was the first one. Why did the Soviet mathematician Vladimir Arnold become Ksenia's inspired?
He's cool.
Because he is one guy and the raising another.
He's smart.
She's not also rude, but also smart.
Okay, but I can add that she's a significant person in the world of mathematics, and He wrote some textbooks and authored several series, right?
Yeah, that's what you mentioned.
Who mentioned? Okay, so I didn't hear it. Where did Valeria used to live in the past?
Australia.
Yes, Valeria was the first. What rodents did Valeria mention in her speech?
What?
What rodents?
Rat and squirrel.
Yes, you're right.
Yay!
And what animal did the ancient Romans keep as pets?
Rat.
Yes. And what event changed the perception of rats? Yes, you're right.
Plague.
What animal was found to be an additional carrier of the black plague?
Oh, Господи. Squirrel.
Yes. I think someone here was.
Share the chocolate.
But I don't know who did this. What is pitching? What is pitching?
Presenting your project to people to get money.
Yes, you're right. What are components of successful pitch?
Time, be within the time limit, don't use videos. Господи. Can't remember.
Something that you used in your speech.
Hi, humor. But it's storytelling, storytelling! Yes, thank you.
Okay. What is the difference in performances between Russian people and Western people?
Timing.
Yes, and what else?
Reading slides.
Yes. So you can give to Daniel and Valeria.
Only one. Provide more information.
Okay, and we have one more. How will emoji transform in the future according to Valeria?
Hologram.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Now is the time.
Now is the time.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Monsieur General Evaluator. As you already heard, today we trialed a new format, which was the speech by Althea. And what did you think?
I guess what?
What did you guys think? Was it interesting? Do you want to see something like this again in the future? Hands up if yes. Okay,
I don't mind.
I don't mind. Yeah, it was like, no, hell no. Poor emoji. Okay, so some yes. The idea is when we don't have a lot of speakers from our Toastmasters Club, we have slots available, but no one wants to take them. We want to invite people who can bring value to our club in the sphere of public speaking. For example, today you heard some tips and advice for how to present a business speech, a pitch to different audiences. So we will trial this again in August. We will have another trial in August, and then we'll have a final evaluation from everyone. So we'll keep you posted. And now it is time to find out. No, it's not. First, it's a time for an award. Once again, I would like to ask you all to rise again, because yes, again, stand up. Because Stadia, come to the stage, please, and receive your award. Well done, congratulations, icebreaker. Perfect, thank you, well done. All right, now it's time for the best table topic speaker, and it is Valeria Gotova. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next meeting will be on the 31st of July, on Wednesday. It will be here. as usual, if you would like to join, we will have an after party. We can go to Paris Bar by the metro station. And am I forgetting anything, officers? Officers, am I forgetting anything? Picture? Just a picture. All right. Thank you, everyone. And let's come to the front and take a group photo.
You forget about the money.
Yes.
Oh, next time.